Today on the table, I've got a Samsung Galaxy S10. Now this one here, I'm replacing the rear camera lens, and I'll also be replacing the rear-facing cameras on it. Typically when a camera lens gets broken, if it's not replaced pretty soon after, usually you get dust settles in there, just watermarks, all the kind of things that can't easily be fixed. So typically it ends up getting replaced. So right now I've had this S10 sitting on the heat pad, and that's been at 75 degrees for around 5 minutes. And now I'm just using some isopropyl on a thin pry tool, and from there I'm able to work my way into the phone. Usually there's not much chance of slicing any cables on the inside there or the wireless charging pad. Most of it's pretty out of the way. So unless you're extremely rough or have it on the pry tool on a bad angle, you're probably not gonna really damage too much in there. If you use too much force lifting it up, you have a high chance of cracking the back glass. That's definitely a possibility. But if you use some care and try and work your way around the whole thing prior to trying to lift it, you should be able to get into it. Bingo, and now I'm in there. So once you get into here, you'll be wanting to use a small Phillips head screwdriver. All the screws, I believe, are equal length. So you'll just work your way around the black plastic shielding, and just take out each screw as you go. Some of them do tend to get stuck in the plastic itself. You can either take them out with a pair of tweezers, or just leave them there and worry about it when you go to reinstall it. Also, don't forget to remove the SIM tray, as you will be needing to lift the main board out to be able to get to the rear-facing cameras. There we go, shield's removed as well. From there, disconnect the battery. Disconnect the LCD or the OLED flex connector. There is 2 screws down at the charger port, and then there's also an extra screw just underneath the rear-facing cameras. I'd also recommend to remove the front-facing camera and make sure you disconnect the headphone jack down the bottom. As you see here, I forgot the extra screw near the cameras. Definitely don't try and lift it out with too much force, or else you may damage the mainboard. So from here, I should be able to lift out that main board. Just moving the battery connector out of the way. And while it's here and out, I'll give that charger port a bit of a clean as well. Very common occurrence needing to clean them. Not quite as much as the lightning ports, but the Type-C definitely do require it. So if you're experiencing weird charging, like either dropping out and in, got to twist the cable to a silly angle to be able to get it to charge, or it doesn't support fast charging when it used to, you very well may need to just clean the port. With the rear facing cameras, there's 2 flex connectors you have to disconnect. It is also slightly adhered. There's a plastic frame around the cameras themselves. As you see, I'm pushing on the camera, and that's lifting it up and out from there. And from here, it's just a matter of reinstalling everything in reverse. So I'll take off the adhesive strip that's on there. It did take a little bit to get the actual flex connectors on the right angle to fully connect. Initially when I connected them, they didn't quite sit at a full flat angle. They were up on probably about a slight 20 to 40 degree angle, and they weren't making full connection from there. So you may have to check or double, triple check that prior to reinstalling it back into the phone. Now I'm relatively happy with how that is. I'm going to leave the covers over the lenses for now. And just make sure when you put it in that you clear the flex cable on the headphone jack and also the display connector as well. From here on out, I'm going to let the video play out, as I think I've covered most of the tricks and tips that I can really give you along the way. So hopefully have a bit of success yourself. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.